Now, as Delhi, of course, continues to report unprecedented numbers that we've seen in the second wave of the pandemic, one of the main problems that Delhi has faced is a lack of oxygen. Now, we are getting reports from the LNJP hospital in the national capital that about 10 tons of oxygen was supplied to them. Reports coming out of the Sir Ganga hospital suggest that they have received about 4,500 metric tons of oxygen so far. But Delhi's Chief Minister, of course, came out yesterday to say that the state only has supply for a few hours left of oxygen. There have been green corridors that have been created across Delhi to ensure that oxygen supply is taken to various hospitals which have been complaining. Let me go across to Anuj on the phone line, who now joins me for more details. Now, Anuj, one of the main problems that we've seen the national capital face is the lack of oxygen being supplied to hospitals. LNJP and Sir Ganga Hospital, of course, now have been given oxygen that could perhaps last for about 8 to 12 hours. Give us more details of what you're picking up.
Well, at this point in time, what we have been told that yes, the oxygen supply. If you talk about the supply of the oxygen, then this is not. Talk about the supply of the oxygen, then this is not sufficient to the hospital. Yeah, last evening also we have seen how this was told to us, whether being it LNJP or whether being it Ganga Hospital, there were lesser supply. On the other hand, now the situation is getting bit normal, but yes, the supply of the oxygen is very much required at this point in time also. So that's latest what we have been told. Right now, I'm reporting from Sanjay Gandhi Hospital. Let me tell you, we were just talking to the medical superintendent of the Sanjay Gandhi. He was also telling us the same, that the requirement remains the same. Till last evening, this was that the Sanjay Gandhi Hospital is left with 12 hours of the oxygen. And now, when we were talking to the medical superintendent, this exactly is the same word that has been used, that the condition remains the same. So obviously, this is a worrisome situation. And seeing that only, let me tell you, an emergency meeting has been called. And this is going to be the Chief Minister of Delhi, that's Arvind Kejriwal, and the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, who is going to go with the meeting, and there they are going to discuss about the same, that what exactly should be the initiative and the next step that has to be taken. Yes. Yes, Nupur.
Right, as you're pointing out, of course, breaking news coming in at this moment. The Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is set to meet the Lieutenant Governor again over the situation in the national capital. And we are being told that the issue of the oxygen crisis in the state is going to be discussed. Let me go back to Anuj on that. Anuj, you were talking us through this particular meeting that's going to take place. Now, the Delhi Chief Minister, of course, has consistently maintained since yesterday that Delhi only has a few hours of oxygen supply left. What are the measures that the state government is putting in? And they've also, of course, asked the centre for help.
Well, exactly. That's something what we have been told, that state government has already asked for this thing, for the help from the centre, and now this is going to be another meeting which is already scheduled for 11 a.m. Let me tell you, and this is going to be the Chief Minister of Delhi, that's Arvind Kejriwal, and the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, that's Anil Baijal, who is again going to hold a meeting at 11 a.m. what we have been told, and this is going to be the discussion regarding the current situation, and the major issue will be the supply of the oxygen, because that's the problem which is being faced by the hospitals in the Delhi, and that's the worrisome situation. That is something which is becoming a worrisome situation for the people of the Delhi, as well as for the state government and for the hospital. And that exactly is the complaint which has been raised by the hospitals also to the state government and the state health secretaries, that how to go ahead with the thing. So that exactly is going to be something which is going to be discussed in this very meeting, that what exactly should be the next initiative that has to be taken. Because regarding the supply of the oxygen, this is none other but the Prime Minister himself and the centre himself is also keeping a very tight eye, because yesterday this was none other but the Prime Minister himself who came out after the discussion with the team of the doctors, with the manufacturer of the vaccine. So that is something which is being monitored by the centre also, but the state government is also keeping a very tight eye on the ground level, and that exactly is going to be discussed in this very meeting, where oxygen supply is going to be the main agenda, is going to be the main topic, that how to handle the situation and how to go ahead with the things when we are talking about the supply of the oxygen in the respective hospital. Because when we are talking about the national capital, we have to keep in mind the recent update that has been given by the government hospital in the national capital, whether being it LNJP, whether being it Ganga Hospital, or whether being it Sanjay Gandhi Hospital. All the hospitals are going through the crisis.
Of course, Anuj, it's a cause for concern that's coming in from various hospitals in the national capital. The Delhi Chief Minister once again holding a meeting with the LG over that. For the moment, thank you, Anuj.